Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where today you join me in the driveway of Raz, Mr AMG, who you might remember when I went to pick up my AMG GT R about 2 and a bit years ago, joined me with his beast of the green hell. Well, he is known as Mr AMG because, well, the driveway is filled with a number of AMG cars. We're talking the GT R Pro, we have my GT R Pro behind, the GT 4-door 63S, the C63 Black Series, the first gen A45, also a C63 S Motorsport Edition 1 that is not currently here. But we're going to catch up with Raz, take a look around the cars, talk about some of the special features and details that he has added to some of them, and then maybe we'll get one or two fired up to hear some of the grumbling as well. It is a lovely sunny winter's day and we're surrounded by some incredibly nice cars belonging to this man, Raz.
Hey guys, and welcome to, I guess, House AMG.
It literally is. You have a very varied collection, of course all in different colours, which I quite appreciate as well.
Yes, we like variety.
And I mean, we've got, just I think to rewind a little bit, like I said before, we met a couple of years ago, you came along with your GTR when I collected my GTR, joined as well by Nico Rosberg, a day I'm never going to forget.
Awesome day.
That was really cool. First time I had actually been driven, I think in anger in the GTR, was in your car by Nico, which was epic. Since then, we've talked many times about AMGs of different models. I think you've owned just about, like, everything.
Pretty much everything, and I've probably lost more money than, I could probably buy another one of these houses, let's just say.
That's a whole different topic.
Because I had a smile on my face the whole time.
You've had like an SLS, a G63.
2 SLSs, which I shouldn't have sold, and I always cry about, but hey, that's cars. We've had a GTC Edition 50 Coupe, Roadster, the GTR as you saw, and like before the whole Instagram side of things and YouTube blew up, just every single AMG that one could buy. And enjoyed every single one of them, and some non-Mercedes as well, but no, this is House AMG now.
Right now we are surrounded by, well, the 6 Mercedes cars. My GTR Pro is tucked in at the back. You have one that is currently missing, but you have, I mean, I think we should probably start with the A45 and the C63 Black Series, because these are 2 cars that you have rebought kind of back in.
That's right,
because they're the Mercedes-AMG cars you love. Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people ask me why that old A45, the first one, and it kind of comes down to, I think, what makes a great hatchback. And one of the best things about this car is just how great it sounds. It's very much the car that they tested the modern AMG sound in. So like our Pros very much have a certain bang that they have on upshift and burbles and pops and all of that. And AMG tested that within the first A45. So when you start this up and you go through the gears and you're driving it, you really get that modern AMG sound that you find on all of these cars now. So it's an interesting one.
I think on that we might have to start it up.
I think
because especially after having each driven the new A45, a car that I certainly love to drive, when you've heard this generation coming into life, it just sounds really, really nice. It's just.
And then, why not? Let's give it a moment to warm up.
So I mean, this era, this was the first time they had the 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo.
So it was the most powerful 4-cylinder turbo production engine of its time. I've done a few changes to it. Would you like to see them?
Yes,
Some
definitely.
of them are very obvious. So we've got the A45 S wheels and tyres.
So the new wheels and tyres.
New wheels and tyres. So we've got the PS4S Michelins on there, which are lovely. We've also got, I actually like the pre-facelift front, but I got the facelift diffuser and the rear bumper, so we've got that area. We've got much.
So this is first gen pre-facelift car. With facelift look now at the back.
Look on the back, and a very nice change inside, which you will appreciate because you like your custom interiors.
I do.
So this material comes off SLS Black Series. It's the red Dynamica that they used in that car, and the black Dynamica, and I just thought it ties in with the whole theme. There's even a little MB accessories key there. Really nicely. So,
definitely, because the normal interior always had these red kind of on that option.
You know, the vents, etc. as well. So I think it ties nicely.
Definitely.
And now when you hear it,
let me just come around the back a little bit more, out of the way. They don't do that on the new one.
It's just nowhere, it's not in the same universe anymore, unfortunately, but that's what makes this fun. sure it's not like the most dynamic hatchback in the world, but as point and go fun goes, you can't beat it.
No, point and go fun. This is something I think a lot of the world doesn't necessarily understand or appreciate about driving in the UK as much as we do.
Yes.
With our really small, narrow countryside roads that are quite bumpy and with awful tarmac, cars like this just get you everywhere faster.
I mean, it's my school run car.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You go through little country lanes. The GT 4-door, for example, too wide, too big, almost S-Class size. Yeah. This will do everything that car can do. Yeah. With, you know, a measly 355 brake horsepower.
By most standards, that's quite a lot.
It sounds and looks brilliant still. So for me, it's a no-brainer, and that's a keeper for me as well. So.
As is this.
As is that. No introduction needed on that.
Not at all. C63 Black Series.
204 generation. I think even if you're not a petrol head, you're aware of this car. I love it. I bought it because, stupidly, I never bought one originally. I found a really good condition one that was loved by its owner. So it's done now 40,000 miles. I've done about 7K of those. So I found like I guess a high mileage version. But it was in such good condition that it still smelt like a new 204.
Oh really? Okay.
And the steering wheel was perfect and everything about it was just right. So that's why I got this particular one. It had aero package as well. Yeah. Which is great.
I mean, the Black Series version of the C63, this generation of C63 was an icon. The massive 6.2 V8, the style of the car, and then the Black Series, they give it these gigantic arches, stick on a carbon fiber wing, give it an even more pronounced carbon fiber diffuser. I mean, it doesn't hold back, does it?
No, not at all. And that's why they only come once in a generation or twice, I guess.
I mean, this was the 5th Black Series?
Yes.
Is it
so
5th
we
model?
had some really unknown ones. The first one being the SLK, if you remember it.
Yep, the SLK 55 Black Series.
And then some not so great cars like the SL65, which was an odd one. Yeah. But I think they really hit their stride with this, well, probably CLK, I guess. Yeah. Was the one, but then this everyone knew because Top Gear and you know, as infamous as it was.
Then it was followed by the SLS, and then we can move on to a topic about that car later on.
Yes.
And absolutely. The Black Series feature of that. Can we just hear this barking into life? I might, while you're just going around there, I was going to say shut this off for a moment. But the C63 Black is, well, a monster of a car, and it sounds, I mean, even just the startup bark is incredible to begin with.
Although interestingly, just so you're not disappointed, older cars didn't have this kind of unnatural startup gimmick within the software. Yeah. They just had a rumble, so...
Yeah, but the way there's nothing like that.
Very natural. There's nothing like software coded about it or something in ECU. Yeah. It's just the engine doing this wonderful sound.
And I've noticed something else that's different.
Yeah.
Wheels.
So, I always like to change something in my cars just to make it a bit more personal to me. I keep the original parts like you do on your stuff, but these wheels you'll notice exactly the same as my GT R Pro. Yep. They are the RXC performance wheels, so they're the lightest ones that AMG do at the moment. And they are a staggered setup, whereas in the original black it was 1919. These are 1920s.
Yeah, so that's why it looks just slightly different.
Yeah, it looks a little bit different. I think it really matches like
I agree.
This part of the wheel.
I agree, but it would explain why in my mind I was looking at them trying to work it out. Yeah. And that fits.
So I did one change there, but then if we come around to the interior.
Yeah. Oh, you've done something, special in here.
Again with my steering wheel, so full Dynamica rather than the original had leather here, like kind of like a
just
normal...
had Dynamica grips, didn't it?
That's right. So I did full Dynamica, red stitching, red 12 o'clock, and then the gear shifter from the 507, which has got a lovely Affalterbach crest on the top as well.
Because the original C63 Black came with the standard C-Class.
That's it. And I mean, it's got like standard leather as well. Yeah. But I did have the 4-seat option rather than the track.
Ah, okay. That's quite unusual.
So being a family man, for me it was a no-brainer. Yeah. I know it's not comfortable for them, but I get to use my toy.
And take everyone in the car.
So we stick it in small plus.
Yeah. Have a quick little one. It's just fun. It is a very, very cold day today, by the way, guys. It's about kind of 1 or 2 degrees outside, but that sounds awesome. And I guess we've got to have a cheeky look at the engine as well.
I'll show you the engine. Only because it's just a masterpiece.
Yeah, this was the era.
And as we'll be talking about black a little bit, black badges, of course, rather than the silver ones.
Yes.
So
let's see if that carries through to the new one.
Yes. Well,
What new one?
What new one? Speculative new one, which is definitely coming. So yeah.
Onwards then to the luxurious, comfortable runabout, the GT 4-door 63 S.
Yes, massive breadth of ability. That's what I came away after doing. I've done about 10,000 miles, drove to AMG and back. What I found is you kind of have S-Class comfort, or close enough, I guess, for guys like us who are used to, you know,
these horrible, uncomfortable things.
Yeah. So you can go all the way from S-Class all the way to kind of, well, we've seen the Nürburgring time this thing is done. It's the fastest 4-seat, 4-door, which they're very specific about, 4-seat, 4-door car on the ring. And it literally is a sports car that is S-Class sized.
That's always been my experience driving it as well.
Yeah.
And the Magno Brilliant Blue.
Amazing paintwork, amazing. I think the Pro would look great on it as well.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, it just sets it apart. It was the launch colour, made sense for me. Internally, I went with the saddle brown.
Yeah, let's go and have a look at the inside if that's all right.
Yeah.
What was the launch interior? Black?
Launch interior, it was like a beige.
Oh yes, it was a beige.
Remember, it was like everything was beige, which I thought was a really odd way to launch.
So you've got the mix of the saddle brown with the dynamic and that steering wheel. That's nice.
Yes, so that's not standard. You can't get that in the UK. So I got Rock Studio to pop that on for me, which was great.
Yeah. Carbon top and bottom.
And I went for the saddle because we said I've owned a lot of AMGs. My first GT, I'm on my 7th now.
7th AMG GT.
7th.
You're at the top of the list for the special one.
I hope so. I really do. The first one I had was in saddle brown with Magno Iridium Silver. GTS
oh, nice.
I had.
Really nice.
And I really loved that interior, so I thought, to make this feel as GT as possible for me, I want the same interior. And luckily it's one of the most customizable AMGs that you can buy today. So that was great. The other thing we changed on it was we added night package, which again, not available in the UK, so that's window surrounds, these parts, etc.
To have those in gloss black. Are they normally chrome? Are they normally chrome?
Normally chrome.
Okay.
I left the exhaust chrome because it's nice to see, nice big exhaust in the back.
And was this an edition one?
No, so the edition one was locked to Magno graphite grey with the stripes.
You couldn't spec it up.
You couldn't spec it up, so I just went with my own one because I just thought it would be better.
Yeah, fair enough.
More unique. So
I like that. And then from one AMG GT, albeit the 4-door 63S, to your GTR Pro, and I'm just going to say right now that my audience know that this colour, AMG Solarbeam, or Solarbeam Yellow as we call it, I do quite like it, and it looks stunning on this car.
I'm sure it's not the last AMG that you're going to consider to have Solarbeam on?
No, I think that might be happening in the future at some point, but this, I mean, as with all UK specs, and I think we'll talk more about this in a video over on your channel as well.
Yes, we will.
But with the satin grey stripes and the contrast with all of the carbon, it looks so nice. And you've done a few more miles than me, but still early days, right?
Yes, still early days. It's been that kind of weather here in the UK that you can't really enjoy a track beast like this. But honestly, just pottering around in it is nice as well, with the nice V8 rumble. So
it is, but it's very firm. You've probably established that as well.
It's very firm, and like we'll talk on my video, there's no suspension options on this because it's all manually adjustable. But look, they've sold it as that. They're not saying that it's as comfortable as the GTS.
No, it's not supposed to be.
Like they did on the R. They said, look, the R is as usable, and it really was.
It was.
This isn't like that at all, but it looks the part. So I'm very happy with it. Very happy.
And then to something a little bit different. Actually, no, quickly. There's one car that you don't have here right now.
That's right. So C63 S Edition 1. I kind of
Selenite Magno, Grey Magno?
Selenite Grey Magno, Motorsport Edition, which meant that it got carbon ceramics as standard. It had the yellow stripes like the C63 DTM car, and it was basically themed around the DTM. I never intended to buy that car, but I heard speculation that there was not going to be a final 205 C63 in that car. And when I heard that, I said, right, I need to get something because I love the 205 era. The exhaust on that car is just incredibly sumptuous. It's louder, I think, than my Black Series, just daily in terms of driving around. The rumble you get out of it is fantastic. So I had to own one of those, and I'm very happy to have that in the stable.
And that makes a complete mix of colours, because you have that in the satin grey, you've got black, white, blue, yellow.
It's such a shame that we didn't have it here, because it's such a contrast to this.
Oh, it's the opposite.
Because it's the opposite.
Yeah.
You know?
Grey with gloss yellow.
So yeah.
And then in the garage?
Yeah, so 124 300D. This is my dad's car. It's his weekend baby. He drives an up-to-date, a new S-Class, a short wheelbase as his daily car. And this is kind of the car that he waxes and enjoys on the weekend. And you drive it, it's a real tank. It's a throwback to, you know, proper cars that are made to last forever, rather. So yeah, it's nice to see it though. I get more comments about that being in the garage on Instagram than anything else.
Yeah, what's that sitting at the back?
Oh, can you bring that out and have a look at that? But yeah. And
one thing actually, topic changed completely.
Yeah.
You fitted carbon mirrors.
That's right.
And they look very nice.
It just made sense to me, because you've got carbon diffuser.
There's just one other bit we need carbon.
Yes. These I don't like.
It's weird. I mean, I think there's design reasons, and the complications with the shape would make them quite expensive to manufacture, but there are definitely going to be options arriving on the aftermarket, I'm sure.
Well, you've seen the GT2 RS ones. How great do they look?
Yes, really nice.
Maybe on the special one, maybe they'll do something a bit different.
Well, this has been a lovely walk around of your very special AMG collection.
Thank you very much.
I apologise to the viewers for the light, because it is a very low winter sun, which is moderately irritating. But having seen, of course, many pictures myself and watched cars zapping and vanishing, doing all sorts of crazy trickery, which you'll understand more if you're seeing over on Raz's channel.
Yeah.
It's great to come to visit and to catch up.
No, thank you so much for coming, and no doubt I'll see more of you. And I hope you guys enjoyed House AMG.
Definitely, and we're now going to take the GTR Pros out, which you'll see soon over on Raz's channel.
Brilliant.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. As always, guys, I appreciate your support an awful lot. That is it for this time, though. I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.